How many times have you heard yourself or heard someone else say, "Oh, I'm going to stop doing this, or I'm going to stop doing that, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that"? All these promises and no action. Hey, I'm Duncan. This is Dr. Schroomer's. In this video, we're going to talk about how to break free from old habits and how to reestablish or establish new habits. While it's completely safe for all of us to assume that we know what habits are, let's not assume because we all know what happens when you assume. So I'm going to give you the definition of what a habit is. A habit is a routine behavior that is repeated regularly and tends to occur subconsciously. It means you start a pattern in doing something and you do it so much for so long over and over that you don't even realize that you're doing it. You're just going through the motions, whether good or bad. That's what a habit is. So now that we know what habits are, it's important to figure out why they're necessary and why they're important and why it's important to release the old habits and embrace the new habits. Some of the reasons why habits are important is because, well, good habits can make us, support us, and build us in growth. Bad habits can break us, tear us down, keep us from being our best selves and living our best lives and performing at our bests. While we're on the subject of what habits are, some examples of bad habits: procrastinating, biting your fingernails. For some of us, it may be over sugar consumption. For some of us, it may be over tobacco consumption, nicotine. It could be all sorts of different things as far as bad habits go. Good habits can be, you know, getting in the practice of not procrastinating, being proactive, um, cleaning, cleaning things right after you get done eating, um, getting into habits of uh, healthy habits of eating, healthy habits of, maybe, for example, eating more vegetables, eating better foods, eating less processed foods, and so forth. And while we're on the subject of why habits are important, bad habits can keep you from growth. Growth can keep you from expansion, and expansion can keep you from success. On the other hand, it can be just the opposite. You know, being proactive can help you grow. Growth can lead to success, and success can lead to higher confidence, self confidence, and so much more. And now we have come to the who. Who do habits affect? Habits affect everyone. Good habits affect you. Good habits affect me. Bad habits affect you. Bad habits affect me. Habits affect all of us, everyone around us. And if you have kids, believe it or not, bad habits can affect your kids. Good habits can affect your kids as well. Bad habits can affect anyone around you, fam. So can good ones. So the next two bullet points are how and when. How am I supposed to change these bad habits into good habits? And how am I supposed to know when to change these bad habits into good habits? Ah, that's a good question you ask. That's a really good question. I'm glad you asked when. When you ask, it's always a good time to change habits, fam. It's always a good time to change bad habits into good habits. Always. The answer is always when you ask when. Last but not least, the big question is how, Duncan? How the hell am I supposed to change these habits? How do I go from bad habits to good habits? How do I keep the good habits? Please explain. Allow me to explain. Did you know that habits can also change from home to work life? Oh, yeah. You start doing something at home, I'm sure you've seen it before. It spreads on to the workplace and then it spreads on somewhere else. And one really good strategy you can use to replace bad habits with good habits is make the bad habits harder to access, make the bad habits harder to achieve. For example, if you are trying to quit, you know, smoking cigarettes, for example, if you're trying to quit smoking squares, you can put them in a put your cigarette pack in a place where it's extremely difficult to get. Just so you know, you have the power to ditch these old habits and embrace the new habits. One thing I had trouble with was procrastination. That was an extremely hard habit to kick, and I still have to stay on top of things just so my paradigm doesn't kick back in. And the paradigm is just basically a set of rules or process that you grew up with or have been conditioned to doing, and it's a lifelong thing. It's a set of rules that you have been going by for years, that's just in your mind, that you just do subconsciously without even thinking about it. So for example, procrastination was one of my bad habits. It's one of my old paradigms. And one of the ways, I would just wait. I would tell myself, don't worry about it, I'll get to it eventually. And before you know it, it's just this cloud builds up over your head of all these things that you said that you were going to do. And now you feel overwhelmed and anxious because you have all these things that you need to do that you said that you were going to do. And then you keep saying that you're going to do more things, and they keep piling up. You see what I'm saying? So one of the ways that I am able to combat this particular habit in itself is I make a choice. I make a decision in that moment. I am going to do this. I make a commitment. This is what I'm going to do. This is when I'm going to do it. This is why I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to be my old self. I'm going to be new Duncan, because this is what new Duncan does. That was the old Duncan that procrastinates. And I just talk myself through it, and it works out. And the main key is to be consistent. And the more you do this, the more consistent you'll become, and the more easier it will flow to you. So before you go to bed tonight, make a list of things that you want to change. 3 to 5 things, habits that you want to go from negative to positive, or from bad to good. And list 3 ways that you're going to change these habits. So today we've talked about building new habits, breaking bad habits, what habits are, who they affect, when we should tap into ourselves and change these habits from bad habits to good habits, how to change these habits, why we should change them, and why they're important. So I appreciate you for watching this. I'm Duncan, aka Intuitive Mycologist. This is Dr. Schroomer's, where mindfulness meets mycology. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay mindful, stay aware, stay cultivating.